In the previous episode, we defined inflation, but now it's time to dive a little deeper. Turns out there are two ways we can view this issue, with very different implications. So let's continue to Pareto inflation. Inside of inflation are two major schools of thought. The Keynesian theory of inflation, named after the economist John Maynard Keynes, and monetarism, based on the work of economist Milton Friedman, who was self-confident enough not to name his theory after himself. Let's examine the Keynesian theory first. For Keynes, supply and demand are the main factors that set prices in the marketplace. In his view, increases or decreases in demand for goods and services would naturally drive prices up or down accordingly. But it begs the question, in situations where the economy is good, why do prices rise? Because the economy is doing so well. When people are employed, have cash in their pockets, and life is pretty good, they have more money to spend. Maybe they buy an irresponsibly curved television or take that grand vacation they need to write that novel they've been putting off. A strong economy drives demand across a variety of sectors. Unfortunately, that means the supply of goods can be slow to meet a sudden demand from consumers. The microprocessor shortage is a perfect example. First, you have to mine for the processor materials, which takes time, and it takes a very long time to build those factories that build the chips. So when demand goes up, prices go up so companies can fund building those factories. And those factories need workers in order to run. But if the economy is doing well and unemployment is low, that means finding workers is more challenging. And now, they also demand higher salaries because prices in the economy have started to increase.
Our offer is $84,000 a year plus benefits. Retainer.
So employers pay those higher salaries to get the qualified workers, and now we've entered what's called the price-wage spiral. Meaning, as increasing prices drive up wages, the increase in wages is passed on to the consumer, which increases prices, which leads workers to demanding increased wages. You see where we're going with this. But Milton Friedman has been waiting patiently. So let's talk about the monetarism theory of inflation. Monetarists believe the most significant factor of affecting inflation is the money supply, literally the total amount of money in the economy. And inflation occurs when too much money is in the economy. Let's make that idea even simpler. In general, if something is scarce, it becomes more valuable. And if something is relatively abundant, it becomes less valuable. But we're not at the mercy of the free market here. Every country has a tool at their disposal to assist them in controlling how much money is in the economy at any given time. In our final part on inflation, we're talking about the Fed, aka the Federal Reserve, and the role it plays in trying to mitigate rising prices and market stagnation. See you in the next breakdown.